This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited to introduce you to my guests today. We have Anna and Craig Houlette of 77 Barbershop. Anna and Craig, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Dory. Thank you very much for having us. It's great to meet you.
Thanks, Dory.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to dive in and learn all about your business. So let's start there. Share with us a little bit about your business.
So we are 77 Barbershop. We are located in the south of Stafford, right out of 95 and Route 17. Across, the best way to locate us is across Geico. We're in the business center of that area. And we are a barbershop that specializes on grooming, men's grooming.
Amazing. So I love that. And I was stalking you a little bit and doing my homework, and I was looking at your website, and I was impressed with the services that you offer. So you're not just a typical barbershop. And so I love that you are offering those additional services. That's awesome.
That's correct. That's one of the, we decided is the market for it. We wanted to kind of show everybody that we just not just average barbershop, that we wanted to focus on men's grooming in general, so we not only focus on a haircut, we do barbershop, straight razors and shape up and things like that. We also offer nails and waxing services. There is some area and market over there that it has not been, well seen by men, but we try to do it on a private environment because some of them don't want to do it on a nail salon with a lot of people around. So we decide to do it privately. So we are a two floors barbershop. We have the regular floor downstairs, and where we do all the service privately is more like we call it the level up. So it's on the second floor. We did different other barbers on there that offer the services as well.
Amazing. I love that. So share with us your journey. How did you get into this? Tell us about that.
So the way that I describe it always is like 30 years of customer service meet 30 years of military service. So what we do is, like, once we relocated to Virginia and I was trying to find myself what I can do, I went through a lot of in this industry and I saw the need of, customer service and in retaining employees. So we said one day and said, you know what, I think we can mix my knowledge in this industry plus the background that I have in customer service with his structure on the military. So we met and we said, well, this is how we're going to do it. I think we're going to start it this way. We put everything on it. Every single dream. My dream is always to own a business. And I got the opportunity to supervise other businesses before. So I kind of have a little background in how to start it. And I kind of sold the dream to my husband and he fell into it. So, and that's how we started. That's how we went in and put all our dreams. It's a truly family business. We have not just only me, my husband, my two kids also that they live with us. We have 4 kids, but 2 of them are in another state and the other 2 that are with us are actually working or helping us out as well. So it's a true family business.
I love that so much that you are, it's a great partnership. And then you've also included your children. So I love that. And being a family owned business, sometimes I imagine it can kind of encompass your whole life. So tell me, when you're not busy running your business, what are you doing for fun?
Well, I try to, as much as we spend as a family in the business, we try to leave the business in the business and spend time with the family. The 2 kids that we have here, One of them lives on her own. So even though that we spend a lot of time together, when we out, we either go to the movies, we go to have dinners. That's the only time that we kind of spend together, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
And we travel. We travel. That's when we have some time off, and he has time off too. Well, we can get to
Mm-hmm.
travel a lot.
Yeah, we love to travel. So we always set aside at least 2 vacations a year, and that we have to plan years in advance for our vacations, but we try to take at least 2, and we really like to go abroad. So
Nice. Nice. That's going abroad is even better. You're truly leaving everything behind and you can just focus on, you can be in the moment and focus on your family. I love that.
Mhm.
absolutely.
So let me ask you this. Do you find that there are any myths or misconceptions about either the industry or about your business in particular?
Absolutely.
Ah.
One of the biggest one that I have to overcome is me as a woman.
Mm,
There I was on many places that they will think that a woman will never be able to be in a barbershop. Um, but I think a certain point that was not allow me to give up because it's something that I felt passion for it. And I want to show everybody that not only that I have the skills for it, but I also have the personality. And we make it, and one of our logos, I will say, is just pop for a trim, but it's honestly more as an experience. I try to do that every haircut has to tell a story. So I don't want just to be an average haircut or an average experience. It has to be from the time they walk into the shop to the time they leave. So we focus 100% in customer service.
I love that. I love that. You have taken so much care into the customer experience. I imagine that is not common in your field, but also you are a trailblazer, and what an inspiration being a woman in a field like this and being successful. So thank you for being a great role model for other women. And so that leads me to another question.
Mhm.
As a new business, when it was a new business and when you first started, was there some advice that you were given that really helped you, or what advice would you give someone who is thinking about starting a business?
For us, we put all our blood and sweat on this.
Mm,
So it was our future. Um, there was no option for me to give up, but I always tell people is focus into what is coming and not what pause it. I don't know, it might sound a little bit difficult to understand, but
mhm,
we overcome so many challenges during this specific business because not only that we have to go fight against COVID
mhm,
because it was big on our business. We reinvented this structure pretty much. We went from just not only take care of our employees, but we also have to take care of ourselves and the clients that were coming. So it was getting. We saw that it was so many challenges that we decided, you know what, is it will. If I have to give an advice, it will be. It gets better.
mhm,
Don't give up. Just it will. You will get your gain of your profits out of it, but don't never give up. I'm the kind of
mhm.
person I told my husband is like, this is going to be the it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just add. So what Anna's talking about is quickly is the same week we opened our barbershop. Had our grand opening is the same week the governor shut down all the barbershops in Virginia in March of 2020.
Yes.
So we were
Really?
only open a day,
Yeah.
and we had to close down for almost 3 months.
Wow.
But luckily we had some blessings and we had some help from our landlord and things like that, and we persevered through. But when we opened up, it was not normal. It was all of these requirements that we had to, as far as hygiene requirements, social distancing,
Mhm.
no people in the waiting room. Everybody had to have an appointment for screening and all that. But the good thing about that process and going through all that, a lot of those procedures that we implemented, especially the cleanliness and sanitation, we still do those things. And
Mm,
that is something, if you go back and look at our reviews and what customers say about that, they're constantly talking about how clean we are and how clean the barbershop is and everything. We will always keep those. Lots of good lessons learned that we think that maybe people should have been doing all along.
mhm.
Yeah, we overcome a lot of things. And one of the things that people appreciate is the fact that we didn't increase our prices because of that.
Right.
You know, we keep it to the
Affordable.
people, affordable, exactly, and for the community. You know, we always have a lot of people who will go ahead and tell us, well, why didn't you come to my house and do it? And I had to think about it, you know. Yeah, I have a passion for the haircut, but I won't expose other people just because I want to help one person. So that's the reason why we decide, you know, we have to do something for the people so they feel free to come and not thinking that they will get a certain point infected or they might end up having COVID or anything like that.
You two are such a great example of service over self. You really thought about your customers and their experience. And I love that you are looking on the bright side of it all and looking at those challenges as something that has made you better and stronger for it. And what grit and perseverance you have. Congratulations on making it through
Yeah.
all of that. I mean, that's wild that you like probably were planning a grand opening and instead you're planning a shutdown basically.
Yes.
So, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was surprising, but you know, it is, we have to overcome more challenges than this one. But we knew that together, you know, like I would tell him, anything will, as long as we're together, anything will overcome.
You're unstoppable.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. What is something that you wish the listeners knew about your business?
Well, I will say, and I something that we have put our soul into the business that we express. So if you want to meet me, just meet the business, like meet us in general, just meet the business. I might be at the shop 24/7 pretty much, but once you meet us, you know that we are not just, I don't know how to explain it, but we're not just a barbershop. We're more than that. I mean, we'd be somebody else's first haircut, we'd be somebody else's wedding day, might have to deal with some grievement, you know, divorce, first date. So exactly. We also, that's something that my husband just brought it up, is like we want to be part of that community. You know, we have trained, we get into the training for our employees to be able to accept people with any type of sensory safe. So we offer classes to our barbers as a company so they can get certified. So we bring somebody into the shop to teach them to deal with sensory issues, you know, only for, you know, kids with autism, but also with PTSD, which we deal with a lot in this area, in this community, that people sometimes don't realize. We also treat them people, like I said, with type of sensory in general, you know. So we wanted to put the trauma aside so they can be normal in our shop. So whenever we see anybody or we flag that person coming in, everybody from reception to laundry, everybody knows what to do.
Yep.
Wow. That is really exceptional service that you were providing. That is really cool. I commend you on that. That's amazing.
Well, there's no upcharge. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same
Really?
cost.
That's the price,
Regular
yeah.
haircut. So.
Wow.
Sometimes it's difficult, and I learned these due to my husband. He's been in a service for 24 years, maybe retired. So because we remarried pretty much, so I have to learn a lot from his experience for him talking to me about it to learn about this firsthand. So when we said, what is going to make difference? You know, what I noticed is we are around a military community and people don't know because they don't see it that way. So we have a lot of clients that come with PTSD, with problems that they can be on a place with a lot of noises, with certain, even our tools have been, with all our barbers, have been coordinated to be less noisy, to concentrate on just the client itself, you know, to talk about it. So that's the reason why we wanted to serve the community first.
Wow. I'm really glad you shared that with us. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for that.
Oh no, we enjoy it. Honestly, we
Yeah.
enjoy it. My husband and I, we also help. We on Veterans Day,
Mhm.
we do
Fundraisers.
fundraising for what is it called?
Veterans Day.
Veterans
We
Day.
pick a charity.
Yeah.
We pick a different veterans charity every year or nonprofit, and we raise money for it. We have a campaign. We raise money for the whole month of November. And one thing and we also offer military and veteran discounts, and we're one of the few businesses that offer them also to military family members, first responders, police, nurse, fire department. They all get a discount in our shop. They don't have to show ID or anything like that. I didn't have very many stipulations when Anna said she wanted to open a business. But the one thing that I did is plant my feet in the ground. I said, look, I spent, over half my life in the military, and I'm going to give back to the military people because that's my family.
Yeah. Amazing. I love that. You are such a gift to our community. Thank you.
No,
Very
thank
cool.
you.
So if the listeners want to meet you, if they want to come visit you, give us your address and your website so people can learn more from you.
So our address is 1120 International Parkway, Suite 111, Fredericksburg, Virginia 22406. Website is staffordhaircuts.com. And social media, you can find us as a 77 Barbershop. I have a great manager, which is my daughter, which he's in social media, always posting, making videos, try to 100% put us on Instagram. We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have Facebook. So we are 100% social media. But they can look at us. I mean, we are there. Each one of us has a space on our website, so you can find us there to see who we are. Or if you want to stop by the shop, I'm there. My husband is there. And everybody, my barbers, all the people who work for me are there. And just to add a little bit, we have won 5 years in a row the best of the Berg for the best barbershop and the best place for kids haircuts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on those awards. Well deserved. And thank you both for joining me on the podcast today and sharing 77 Barbershop with us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com. That's fxbgneighborspodcast.com or call 540-534-4618.